Namaskar and a very warm good afternoon. We are pleased to be at the valedictory session of the BGBS 6th edition. I would request Dr. Amit Mitra, Principal Chief Advisor to the Honorable Chief Minister and Finance Department, Government of West Bengal, holding the rank of a Cabinet Minister, to please welcome the Chief Minister and the guests and start the day's proceedings. Sir, please.
Well, it's a great honor that Honorable Chief Minister has joined us again today for the final valedictory session. And you will hear from her a valedictory address, summing up, ideating, and thinking about the big picture at the end. I'm also very glad that our Minister Industries has joined us today, as yesterday, Dr. Partha Chatterjee. Our Minister for Finance is also very much here, Madam Chandrima Bhattacharjee. Very nice that you could join us, ma'am. And of course, a galaxy of industrialists again today. We are also very pleased that the Minister from Finland has joined us today. Please give him a big hand. The Minister from the great country of Finland. Yes. The ambassadors? Yes. And of course, there's Shobhandev Chattopadhyay, a Minister for Agriculture. You patiently heard the ambassadors yesterday. Yes, yes, yes. And the Ambassador of Finland is here too. Excellency, Madam, wonderful that you've also joined us. And yes, honorable ministers are all present. And I think leader of the, from our party in the Lok Sabha, is member of the parliamentary committee, standing committee, is also here. Of course, among the ministers, we can see a galaxy of all of them here. Yeah, the mayor. Yes, yes. So now, I think, just to begin, the government created sectoral committees. And who but industry-government synergy? The co-chairmen of these, or co-chairpersons of these sectoral committees are from the industry who led the charge. That's the government business synergy. Therefore, we would, with the permission of Honorable Chief Minister, request the chairs of these sectoral committees from the world of business, who have spent a lot of time to make a very brief presentation and pointed presentation on what happened in each of these committees. May we start with Mr. Sanjeev Puri, who spoke yesterday, huge company ITC chairman, but humbly he came and co-chaired the Committee on Agriculture, Agri-Allied Sector. 19 units in West Bengal, 20th unit coming up, and mostly in large food processing. Mr. Puri, tell us what happened in your sector for the information of everybody.
Honorable Chief Minister, Mamta Didi, Honorable Ministers, Dr. Mitra, distinguished guests, ladies and gentlemen. First of all, I'd like to thank the Honorable Chief Minister for this privilege of working with the government on this very important sector of agriculture and allied services. This is no doubt a very critical sector is the lifeline of the economy, and it's been an extremely engaging experience working with several of the departments in agriculture and allied sector as we brainstormed and discussed on the developments and this particular summit. And I was extremely impressed with the commitment and passion by all the officials led by Mr. Vivek Kumar in galvanizing this sector. The deep commitment is definitely visible. It reflects the ethos of Bengal means business very clearly. I think, as they say, the proof of the pudding is in eating it. I was told that there have been 95 plus MOUs signed with over 3,000 crores of investments. And the session today was very engaging, I think very participative. A lot of suggestions came in. First of all the speakers recognized that there is immense potential in this sector. India with the largest arable land and Bengal, a powerhouse of agriculture with 6 agroclimatic conditions, definitely is well poised to benefit from the requirement here. And the requirement is just to explain the requirement, National Geographic says that in the next 4 decades, the world has to produce as much food as all the farmers in the world have produced in the last 8,000 years. That's the potential, and I think West Bengal with its agri-resources is well positioned. And towards this, a number of suggestions on how to strengthen competitiveness through FPOs, through improvement in certain quality practices, through practices of sustainability so that this can stand out. A number of suggestions came in which are sector specific. So specific for the dairy chain, specific for the aqua. So I would not get into the details, but a lot of good suggestions have come in, and I'm sure that these will be deliberated upon and taken forward. I think a lot of appreciation for the enabling policies that are there in West Bengal to support the development of this sector and the physical infrastructure that has been created. There was a lot of appreciation by the participants on these enablers that have been put in place. So all in all, I came back even more energized, hearing the opportunities in this sector, and I'm sure with all the enabling policies that are there, this sector is going to go through a major transformation in the years ahead. Thank you very much.
Thank you very much indeed, Mr. Puri. Your Pachla plant, as you said to Honorable Chief Minister and all the delegates yesterday, is one of the largest plants, your food processing plant. So you're very much in the ballpark of that particular sector. Thank you very much. I would like to recognize that our Minister from Bhutan for Economic Affairs has joined us today, and our Governor from Kenya, of the 3rd largest city of Kenya, himself a professor and a PhD. He's joined us today again. He was there yesterday. Very nice you're there. Thank you very much indeed. Now we turn to someone who's the chair of the Industries Committee and MSME. What is unique about him is that he's received the first company in India to receive an order in metro production in West Bengal, which is a pride for us indeed. Mr. Umesh Chaudhary has a unit in Naples in Italy in collaboration with this, and therefore the right person for the industry.
Thank you so much, sir. Respected Honorable Chief Minister, the Council of Ministers, Chief Secretary, Dr. Mitra, dignitaries on the dais, off the dais, a very good afternoon to you all. At the outset, I'd like to thank the Honorable Chief Minister for 2 things. One, personally, for entrusting me with the responsibility of co-chairing the industry and MSME working subgroup, which is a great honor for me personally, but also for this concept, for introducing this concept of true partnership and trust between the government and the industry. I don't think that any one of us in the auditorium here today, Didi, would be would be able to take a parallel example where government and industry have worked hand in hand, where the government has trusted industry to put them in the committee like, or form committees like this, to understand how both the state and the industry can prosper together. So this is a path-breaking achievement under your leadership. And I think this deserves from all of us an applause for the Honorable Chief Minister. Didi, we in this committee is a very wide-ranging committee, the industry and MSME. You have always said that small is beautiful and MSME is the backbone of our state's economy. So we tried to create a lot of, to conduct a lot of sectoral interactions. We created sectoral subgroups to understand the industries that are here. How can they expand? What are their pain points? How can the government support them further? And also the industries that are not there in their sector, how can we attract them, showing the example of the industries that are here? I must give you the feedback, Didi, that everybody unanimously, today we had a session of the industry and MSME, which was, the hall was full, we had to call for extra chairs, which shows the interest in investment in West Bengal. Everybody unanimously committed to enhancing their presence or coming into West Bengal. People who have invested maybe a year ago, even from states like Gujarat or Maharashtra, said in the forum today that their experience is better than the best in West Bengal. So that's again a very big testimony to what you have been doing and what you have been, everybody in your team have been doing under your leadership. Didi, I think with these words, I would just sum up that we are all very excited to enter into this era. The post-COVID world has, of course, the COVID had slowed down things, not things in the state, but in general. The mood is upswing. You have kind of rejuvenated the spirit in all the industry, in all the businesses with this event, which is a phenomenal event. And on behalf of the industry, on behalf of all the members that the subgroup interacted with, the only assurance and feedback is that everybody is ready to follow your leadership. Thank you.
Thank you very much, Umeshji. I think very important is the fact that the state-level banking committee of West Bengal government's effort under Honorable Chief Minister, this in the middle of COVID, 1 lakh crores have been lent to MSME by banks because of the government's effort, which Honorable Chief Minister amounts to 30 to 36 lakh jobs a year according to the national data. So I think that's an example of how the state is working shoulder to shoulder with every part of our society. Now we turn to someone who's focusing on international trade, specifically exports. He himself exports to the United States and many other countries. Well-known industrialist. It's my pleasure to invite Mr. Sanjay Budhia, co-chairman of the international trade sector. Tell us how we can export more, how we can, of course, with it, import what is required. The trade, international trade. Mr. Budhia.
Honorable Chief Minister, Madam Mamata Banerjee Didi, Council of respected ministers, or Honorable Chief Secretary and Chairman WBIDC, and of course, the man we always look upon to, Dr. Amit Mitra. Madam, it has been a unique honor where you gave industry a chance to join hands and to walk the talk. And 1 + 1, as they say, is 11. So this is how this time we have seen the experience that how industry and government can work together. Madam, I would like to say, and I cannot resist saying that yesterday, when we were having lunch separately in the room next to you, the top industrialists who came, whether from Pune, Mr. Sanjeev Bajaj, or from Chennai or Hyderabad, Mr. Sunita Reddy and Mr. Kirloskar from Bangalore, they said there is no hall like this in the whole of India. And this for sure needs a big acclamation from all of us. And day before what they saw during the dinner, that Pangan Mela, I can say that now West Bengal and particularly Calcutta can be the hub for all major international conferences. And entire East and Northeast, now we don't have to go anywhere for holding such kind of major meetings, and that will be also a very big economic multiplier. Madam, coming to exports particularly, also I would like to thank you that really is a very first time that export has got that kind of energy, and our Honorable Chief Minister along with Dr. Amit Mitra and Dr. Rajiv Sinha, they have given export the kind of national priority which is very, very good. Madam, I would also like to say that due to geopolitical reasons, now many countries are looking to shift their base and want to come to India, and in that West Bengal offers the unique opportunity where we can have many manufacturing units who can be relocated there. Today we had a very major engaging session, and we had national level chairmen from different export promotion councils who all are sitting here in the audience. One is Engineering Export Promotion Council, sir, which exports 26% of India's total exports, also chemicals. All those from national capital, they are all here. That only shows the importance of West Bengal under the leadership of the Honorable Chief Minister. Madam, I would also like to say that we are working, how do we double India's, West Bengal's export? So that is our target, that within next 5 years, how we double our exports, and we are working on a report on doubling exports by CII and new agriculture export policy, which will be submitted to you for your kind approval, madam. And today we had also talked about setting up 2 export facilitation centers in Paridhan Garments Park and Ankurhati Gems and Jewelry Park with the Department of MSME. And madam, on a personal level, I would also like to say that enthused by the overall positive energy, we are going to expand further with our 6th unit in Uluberia, which is also the next to Mr. Sanjeev Puri's unit. So that also we are very much in progress, and also a school in the name of Swarnim International, which will have 2,500 students. Madam, that is our humble contribution under your leadership, and we stand committed. I can only promise that exports as the engine of growth have very bright future to play in our economic development. Thank you for giving me this opportunity, madam.
I think Honorable Chief Minister were just indicating to me that for exports, the government will move forward. I think Honorable Chief Secretary has been spoken to on this subject, and therefore we will focus on exports as a special process, as since this committee has deliberated. Honorable Chief Secretary, you think it's a good idea? That's right, that's right. So, Honorable Chief Minister, yes. So, therefore, this is an outcome of the kind of discussions they have had. May I turn now to someone who is well known in our state. He is the co-chair of the services sector. He has hospitality, hotels, he has hospitals. I must say here that the GDP of the state or the country, over 50% of the GDP comes from a variety of services. So therefore, it's an honor for me to request Mr. Harsh Nevatia, himself a leader in the services sector, co-chair of this sector in services.
Respected Chief Minister Mamta Didi, Council of Ministers, Dr. Mitra, distinguished members on the dais, ladies and gentlemen. It is great honor and privilege for me to be present here and to share very briefly what we did together in the services sector. I had the honor to be the co-chair of the services sector, which includes health and family welfare, education, both school and higher education, skill development, tribal welfare, children and women development, etc. All these sectors met together under the chairmanship of the Chief Secretary. The nodal officer was the very energetic Manish Jainji, and our other members included Mr. Thade, Mr. Anup Kumar, Mr. Nigam, Mr. Subaya, and other dignitaries. It was an amazing experience, as my other co-industrial friends have already enumerated. The collaboration, the camaraderie, and finally the deliberations and the outcomes all have been extremely satisfying, and I'm sure that these efforts will lead to very significant development in the different sectors that we have all participated. Yesterday, I was moderating the global plenary on the services sector at the Science City. We had a chock-a-block auditorium, almost overflowing, all filled with vice chancellors, chancellors, and delegates and panelists from not just India but from overseas as well. It was a fantastic discussion about how to take education in the post-pandemic world, particularly when there was a huge disruption to education during this period. I am really happy to say that nearly 42 MOUs and 8 letters of intent were signed, resulting in several thousand, more than 20,000 crore of investment announcements just yesterday. Altogether, I think the services sector has a very, very promising future. Madam Chief Minister has alluded to our human talent. The services sector feeds on the human talent. Bengal has some of the brightest minds, and I'm sure together we can take the economic agenda of the state forward very fast and very effectively. Thank you very much.
Thank you very much, Mr. Neotia. You're a very major figure. You've been the president of FICCI as well and nationally. And of course, we have Mr. Budhia, chairman of CII for Eastern Council. Now I turn to someone who's the chairman of FICCI's Eastern Council. That's the collaboration that Honorable Chief Minister has put together. This is someone who's the world's leader in tea. His tea, I'm told, sells for a price, his best flush sells for a price higher than cognac. Such is the process. And so, may I request Mr. Rudra Chatterjee, co-chairman of tourism sector.
When it comes to Bengal's tourism,
Chief Minister, appreciating your slim, smart self.
Didi, when it comes to Bengal tourism, and all the international delegates who are here, it is better to be seen than to be said. So could we have a short film on Bengal tourism? and gentlemen, you've heard of tourism from Rajasthan, you've heard of tourism from Goa, you've heard of tourism from Kerala. West Bengal's tourism is bigger than all three states. We have crossed Rajasthan, and the only states that are bigger than us, I will tell you the reason at the end, because that is the call to action. Today, it's a 100 million population in the state of West Bengal, and we get 100 million tourists every year. Most of these tourists contribute to the state. In fact, 13% of the GDP of the state of West Bengal comes from tourism. The goal of this department is to take this 100 million to 300 million. So while West Bengal will be growing at more than 10%, tourism will be growing in even more than 10%. So it will become the new international airports that are opening in Bagdogra, which is a 12x expansion. Over the 3 years, private sector and the government of West Bengal together will invest, we propose now, 5,000 crores, which will create 200,000 jobs in tourism. One of the best things about this sector, it creates a lot of jobs, and it creates jobs all across the state. Obviously, this kind of infrastructure, the MICE infrastructure here and across the city of Calcutta and in Digha and in Darjeeling, all of this will encourage business tourism. People who will come here either for business and stay on, because it's not only the number of people who come, but the number of days they spend. Once we get them into Bengal, we want to keep them in Bengal. The policy of homestay, there are more than 800 homestays, and the policy of tree tourism are both incredibly successful. There's a 25% CAGR in homestay tourism. Heritage tourism, river tourism, religious tourism. The biggest religious tourism, if you can call it that, is the Durga Puja. 32,000 crores is earned of revenue. This is a study between British Council and West Bengal government. 32,000 crores are earned during those days of Durga Puja. As you saw, Ganga Sagar Mela is the second largest human gathering, only second to Kumbh Mela in the world. We today, the Tourism Secretary, Ms. Nandini Chakraborty, signed an MOU with Faith, the largest tourist body in India. And they have a plan over the next 8 years of developing West Bengal to become the #1 tourism state in the country. There is no doubt that this will happen. There is one issue, and most importantly, tourism is not one sector. We talked about industry, we talked about services, we talked about infrastructure. All of those are required in tourism. So we will have to work with every sector, and because of that there is a task force under the Chief Secretary for tourism that has been established. Now, one call that we require is that 10% of the tourists that come to India are from United Kingdom. 15% of the tourists come from United States. And we have to work, all of you and the government, the private sector, to make sure there's more flights coming to Calcutta, to Bagdogra. Ideally, international flights from Europe. This is something, without it, we are such a big state for tourism. The only places that are bigger than Calcutta are places which have international flights coming from Europe. So once we have that, Calcutta will beat all of them. And under the guidance of the Chief Minister, under the guidance of the Tourism Minister, under the guidance of the Secretary, the entire tourism department, and most importantly, the hard-working people whose smiling faces tourists come to see, this sector will prosper. Thank you.
Thank you very much, Mr. Chatterjee. I think just before I go to the next event, I want to cite an example. Honorable Chief Minister had just taken over. Within a year of her taking over, on her iPad, she had taken some pictures. That was before taking over. Oh, that was before taking over. Sorry, I get the dates wrong. On her iPad, she had taken a picture somewhere near Shiliguri. And when she took over, she came and said, who does this land belong to? Because this can be ideal for a tourism hub, because you can see the Kanchenjunga when the day is clear, and there's a bird sanctuary, and there's a forest, And of course, there is the Farakka barrage. The minute she came to office, she got to work on that. And today, she's created Bhorer Alo, a marvelous tourism hub. And you can see the Kanchenjunga when the day is clear from the morning light. Bhorer Alo would be morning light. And the bird sanctuary registered 3 years ago, it had 15,000 birds coming in from outside, from globally, which you can see for yourself. So that's an example of how Honorable Chief Minister herself conceived of a tourism spot, and Mr. Chatterjee has related the whole scenario of how that can grow. Well, now we turn to someone. Yesterday he was not able to make it. We are delighted that he's here. He's met with the Honorable Chief Minister this morning. We turn to the Honorable Minister from the great country of Finland, His Excellency Mr. Petri Peltonen, who's also come in with his ambassador, lady ambassador, whom I introduced, and his head of trade. Welcome to you, sir. Which sectors can we collaborate on is what people are looking forward to hear from you. Thank you.
Honourable Chief Minister, West Bengal, Mamata Banerjee, Honorary Council of Finland to Kolkata, Ministers, business leaders, ladies and gentlemen. Finland is privileged to join the West Bengal Business Summit this year as one of the key international partner countries. Though we are not exactly neighbouring regions, there are several themes that link Finland with West Bengal. I would like to raise 3 topics. First, education to all. Broad-based schooling and education as the main driver for economic and social development and prosperity. Number 2, inclusive digitalization. Digital services empowering business, both small and large, as well as our society and the people. And thirdly, green, sustainable energy solutions for the future, renewing our economies, our businesses, and responding to the global climate challenge. We are now in the process of finalizing a strategic partnership MOU between the government of West Bengal and the Embassy of Finland to India. The intent is to forge strategic partnerships in the areas of energy sector integration, smart energy, smart grids, energy efficiency, as well as hydrogen production and power-to-X solutions. In a sense, the idea is simply to connect the best of Finland with the best of West Bengal, to work, to develop and to innovate together, and to do business together. Ladies and gentlemen, as the overarching theme of today's Global Summit is Bengal means business, I am honored to lead a business delegation from Finland to this region, a delegation representing the forefront companies in the digital and sustainable energy fields from Finland. First, Nokia, still connecting people, but also digitalizing business processes and industry verticals. Fortum and Wärtsilä, leading North European companies providing clean electricity, smart grid solutions, and future sustainable fuels. And KONE, re-innovating smart buildings and environments, just to name a few of the shining stars of the delegation. Ladies and gentlemen, on the behalf of the government of Finland, let me first of all thank the West Bengal government for the partnership. And in particular, let me encourage the firms from India and from Finland to co-work, to co-create, to co-innovate, and thereafter to grow and prosper together. Ladies and gentlemen, thank you all.
Thank you very much indeed. Well, ladies and gentlemen, now we turn to the MOUs to be exchanged today, and I hand over the proceedings to the Industry Secretary, Managing Director of WBIDC, Ms. Vandana Yadav, to kindly move us forward on this.
Thank you, sir. Madam, while we've had a number of MOU exchanges, only as a symbolic thing, we are doing some of them in front of you, ma'am. I would call upon the MOU exchanges to start. I start with Mr. Martin Lux from KFW and Mr. Shantanu Basu, CMD of West Bengal State Electricity Development Corporation Limited, to please come up on the dais and exchange the MOU on setting up 125 megawatt Gwalior solar park with an investment of 750 crores. I next call upon Mr. Joydeep Roy, Chief Consular Officer on behalf of GIG, Central Mining Institute, Katowice, Poland, and Mr. P.B. Salim, CMD, West Bengal Power Development Corporation Limited, to exchange an MOU. The agreement provides for avenues of cooperation in coal mining sector. I next call upon Mr. Joost Geiser, Head Economic Affairs, Government of Netherlands, and Mr. Prabhat Mishra, Principal Secretary, Irrigation and Waterways, to come up on the dais and exchange an MOU on cooperation in the field of integrated water security and sustainable development of Sundarbans and Digha area. I call upon Dr. Krishna Gupta, Principal Secretary, Technical Education, Training and Skill Development, and Mr. Rodney Riveri, Head of Projects, Indo-German Vocational Education and Training, and Mr. Pradeep Surekha, President ICC, to exchange a tripartite MOU for knowledge and technical transfer, apprenticeship, and job trainings and employment. We call upon Dr. Vinny Johari, Learning and Skill Lease, Microsoft Corporation of India Private Limited, and Mr. Manish Jain, Principal Secretary, School and Higher Education Department, Government of West Bengal, to exchange an MOU to provide for state-of-art learning and teaching practices to school students and teachers across the state. Teachers in School Education Department would be trained and at least benefit 50 lakh students with the exposure of new technologies like artificial intelligence, data sciences and security. About 5,000 teachers in higher education will also be trained in the new technical areas. I call upon Mr. Anandit Mitra, Partner and Senior Locational Executive of IBM India Private Limited, and Shri Manish Jain, Principal Secretary, Higher and School Education, to exchange an MOU to train teachers on technical and non-technical courses through skill building platforms. I'll next call upon Shri Rajiv Mehra, Honorary Secretary, Faith and Executive Director, ITC, and Ms. Nandini Chakravarti, Principal Secretary, Tourism Department, to exchange an MOU to prepare the roadmap for further development of tourism in the state. I'll now invite Shri Taranjeet Singh, Chancellor JIS University, and Shri Narayan Swarup Nigam, Secretary Department of Health and Family Welfare, to exchange a provisional MOU with state government under PPP mode for 1,000 crore investment to develop a medical college, nursing college and hospital at Howrah. We call upon Dr. A.R. Khan, Chief General Manager of NABARD, and Sri Rajesh Pandey, Principal Secretary, MSME and Textiles Department, to exchange an MOU. NABARD will collaborate in promotion and development of rural micro-enterprises and village industry clusters to promote sustainable rural development. Next, Sri Rajesh Pandey, Principal Secretary, MSME and Textiles, will hand over the in-principle approval letter for setting up new power loom units in the state to 2 companies. Each of them will be setting up 96 new-age shuttle-less looms. Tank Developers Private Limited, represented by Sri Ananditya Pal Chaudhary, Director, with likely investment of 35 crores and employment potential of 800, will receive an in-principle approval letter. Sri Ma Textiles Limited, Mr. Bharat Thakur, with likely investment of 70 crores, will provide direct employment for 1350 and will receive the in-principle approval letter. Sri Rajesh Pandey, Principal Secretary, MSME, will hand over the final approval letter to Mr. Sundaral Dugar, CMD, SD Infrastructure, for setting up industrial park on 9 acres under the SAIP scheme. The park will attract investment of 500 crore and employment of more than 25,000 people. Sri Arun Sancheti, Director, PS Group, will be setting up an industrial park on 21 acres of land under SAIP scheme. The park is expected to attract 700 crore investment with an employment potential of more than 30,000 people. I next invite Mr. Koen Boonstra, Director, BD Agriculture from Malaysia, representing Big Dutchman International, and Mr. Vivek Kumar, Additional Chief Secretary, Animal Resources Development Department, to exchange an MOU on 3 projects. The 3 projects are commercial layer farming in Haringhata, poultry breeding farm in Bankura, and a broiler feeding plant in Jalpaiguri. I next invite Mr. Mukunjay Singh, Director, Mine India, of Mine Food Processing Technology, Netherlands, and Sri Vivek Kumar, Additional Chief Secretary, ARD Department, to exchange MOU on establishment of automatic chicken processing plant in Haringhata. Madam, we now come to the launch of the portals. As part of the government's commitment to provide better services to businesses across sectors, Madam's advice has led to the development of 3 portals. The first of this is a revamped Shilp Sathi portal, dedicated as a digital platform and one-stop stop for all industries. Ma'am, may I please request you to... request for launch of an export facilitation portal developed by IIDC in collaboration with IIFT Kolkata. Ma'am, this portal provides a list of all export potential products from each district, the destination, the list of non-tariff and tariff barriers, the contact persons for the same, and the information and cost for such services. Madam, please. Honorable CM, Madam is now requested to launch a portal on the West Bengal online exhibition by MSME department. This portal is a cost-effective portal whereby all exporters can register their products free of cost and put up virtual exhibitions. Madam, please. Lastly, as as a salute to the women power of Bengal, a state self-help group portal called Nijaswani portal, as named by Madam, will have a centralized database of all self-help groups promoted and nurtured by different departments. This SHG portal will be a unique intervention in the country and the first of its kind to serve as an umbrella portal for all self-help groups of Bengal. Madam, please.
Well, that's an amazing digitalization. I think the Honorable Minister from Finland was speaking about digitalization. Here is an example of the digitalization of portals accessible from your own device and continuous interaction, which Honorable Chief Minister just inaugurated 4 such portals. So we would like to see collaboration on more from the great country of Finland on this, because you spoke about it with the Chief Secretary and then with the Honorable Chief Minister. Thank you, Mr. Minister. I think just before we go to the next very important events, Dr. Shetty is here and met with the Honorable Chief Minister as well, who is a pioneer in the heart domain and setting up of hospitals for the common people. I'd request Dr. Shetty say a few words. Since you're here, we are delighted.
Honorable Chief Minister, my friend Mr. Mitra, galaxy of ministers, all the bureaucrats and ladies and gentlemen. 30 years ago, I came to this city as a young heart surgeon, and whatever I am today, it's because of the love and affection of all the people of West Bengal and the government of West Bengal. Whatever I could achieve, it all happened in this city. I just have just one request with Madam. Madam, you always talked about women empowerment. You wanted poor families to become rich. Today, there is a fantastic opportunity for West Bengal and the government of West Bengal. If you can create 1,000 nursing colleges in West Bengal, request all the hospitals with over 100 beds to start a nursing college, within 4 years, you will have few thousand families earning enough money to be called as an upper middle class or a rich family. I will give you an example with my experience. My daughter started a nursing college in Bangalore 12 years ago. Today, there are 100 nurses working in our hospital in Cayman Island, which is close to United States. These girls remit, 100 of them, every one of them remit 1 lakh rupees per month to their house in rural part of this country. And they are only 23, 24. Tell me which profession for a girl from a poor family at the age of 23 will give an opportunity to earn 2 lakh rupees and send home 1 lakh rupees. This is the only profession. And Indian nurses, Indian doctors are wanted all over the world. We are a brand ourselves. Madam, if there is one person who can make it happen, that is you, and I'm sure you will make it happen. And about business investment in West Bengal, I just want to request you, as a group today, we would like to start a 1,000-bed hospital in Calcutta for advanced cardiac surgery, cardiology, oncology, organ transplant, advanced orthopedic operation. And with your support and with your blessings, I'm sure within 2 to 3 years' time, it will become a reality. And about the business confidence in West Bengal, Madam, I just want to let you know, whatever little money I have, whatever fortune I have, I will bet my last penny on this state of West Bengal. Because I trust you, madam, and I trust your government and the people of West Bengal. Thank you so much.
Thank you very much, Dr. Shetty, indeed. You're an iconic figure in this subject, and we appreciate your presence. Well, now we turn to the Honorable Chief Minister's inaugurating something most unique, perhaps very large. I won't dwell on it. We go straight to the AV. I think I'll request Mr. Kalyan Krishnamurthy, the CEO of Flipkart, to be there. You're already here. Shall we do with the EV first? Wonderful. Honorable Chief Minister will inaugurate immediately following that. So you get an idea what Honorable Chief Minister is amazingly inaugurating today. AV, please. Well, friends, Honorable Chief Minister has inaugurated something that is historic. You have seen for yourself its entire storage, automated storage, retrieval, robotic packaging arm, cross-belt sorter, 9 kilometers long of network, 9 kilometers long, has aspects of sustainability with a dedicated focus on diversity. And what is the number of people you will employ? Honorable Chief Minister, they will employ over time 20,000 people. 20,000 people in one single unit. Thank you very much. Now it's time to hand over to the Secretary, Industry and WBIDC Managing Director to make the announcements of few more things which are of great interest to you. Thank you, Honorable Chief Minister, for inaugurating the Flipkart. Thank you.
So we have very small announcements by the people who have done some landmark projects. I first invite Mr. Trent Elef, Managing Director and Co-CEO of Logos.
He's come all the way from Australia, one of the world's largest entities in logistics hub, right? Great.
Thank you. Chief Minister, respected Chief Minister Manchad Didi, Dr. Mitra, thank you for having me today and to be able to be here and talk. I'm very excited to be here to make the announcement about our first project in Calcutta. We're partnering with Shriram Group, who are a large residential developer. They have a 314-acre development in Upara, and we'll be undertaking an 87-acre development alongside them. That to us is about a 2.5 million square feet development of logistics real estate assets. We'll be spending about 100 million US on this development. And it could be the first for us. Sustainability is a big part of the backbone of our business and working with the local environment. Look, I get the benefit of developing in 10 countries. We're developing in 33 cities at the moment, and we deal with a lot of government organisations. And I'm very happy to say that this has been one of the most progressive governments that we've dealt with. They've been very open to us in terms of what we need to do to develop institutional quality logistics infrastructure assets here, not just in Calcutta but also in India. So I thank you for your support, and I think with that support we're really confident we'll double or triple that development here over time. So thank you very much.
Thank you very much. It is in Uttarpara that you're doing this. You are in many countries of the world. You just said 33 cities, and you're going to set up something 2.5 lakh square feet. Is that correct? And how many people will you employ, sir? 5 to 10,000 people over time. That's in Uttarpara. In the Shriram properties, you're part of that process. Thank you very much indeed.
I'll next call on Shri Gyanesh Chaudhary, Vice Chairman and Managing Director at Vikram Solar, to announce an expansion.
Good afternoon, Honorable CM, Dr. Mitra, ladies and gentlemen. We at Vikram Solar continue to partner with the government of West Bengal and are committed to further strengthen our commitment and presence in the state, creating jobs and accelerating the clean energy growth. At Vikram Solar, our endeavor is to enable India's transition to low carbon economy, and vision of our beloved Didi is to be pushed further. We believe the state of West Bengal can play a pivotal role in making India the global solar hub for manufacturing. Aligned to this, we have commenced our plans on expanding and upgrading our export-oriented facility at SEZ Falta Economic Zone from 1,200 megawatts to 3,000 megawatts within the fiscal year 2023. We have also commenced our implementation of state-of-the-art innovation and R&D center at the Bengal Silicon Valley in Kolkata, West Bengal. This will help increase the efficiency and innovation in the solar cells and module sector. Our overall vision is to be able to bring West Bengal in the landmark of renewable. In the last 16 years, sustainability has become from a buzzword to center stage. And I think West Bengal has the potential and the power to take this to the next level. Thank you, Didi.
I next call upon Shri Ravi Kumar Panga, Director Causes E-Mobility Private Limited, who will be announcing a setting up of an electric bus EW manufacturing and assembling plant.
Good afternoon, Honorable Chief Minister, West Bengal. We are going to build 1,500 electric bus plant here in West Bengal, and we'll be employing direct 2,000 to 2,500 people. And as we know in India, the electric buses will be a GCC model where we'll have to operate as well as maintain. So every electric bus that will be manufactured in West Bengal or will be plying in West Bengal will generate an employment of 4 people minimum, 2.3 drivers and conductors and all. So you can multiply, the type of employment it is going to create for the industry.
23,000. 23,000.
Of course, that I'll also request my co-producers of electric buses also to come to West Bengal and support us. But Didi, we are committing here at least 3,000 to 5,000 electric buses in the state of West Bengal, and we would like to produce that in the West Bengal plant itself. So that's the EV bus commitment from Causes Group. Thank you very much.
Your location of your plant is Murshidabad?
It's Drishtibhongi.
Oh, Drishtibhongi.
Investment will be in the tune of 2,500 crores to 3,000.
That's great, 2,500 to 3,000.
Yeah, thank you very much.
I'll now request Mr. Somnath Das, Group Executive Vice President of Manipal Academy of Higher Education, to announce the off-campus center at Kolkata and other programs.
Honorable Chief Minister of West Bengal, other dignitaries, ladies and gentlemen. I am representing Manipal Academy of Higher Education, Manipal from Karnataka. Way back in 1950s, our founder, Dr. T.A. Pai, realized that the poverty can be eradicated only by education and healthcare. Keeping this in mind, he started medical self-financing first medical college in Manipal using on the PPP model, that is using the hospital from the government and the medical college from our founder. So at later in 1993 we have got the deemed university status, and of late in 2020, considering our contribution in education and healthcare, Government of India has recognized us as institution of eminence. This is only a few institutions in the country, both private and public, has been recognized by this honor. And we are, in terms of the ranking, we are globally ranked by both QS as well as Times Higher Education. And also in India, we are 7th in the university ranking. Currently, we have 4 campuses in India: Manipal, Mangalore, Bangalore, and Jamshedpur. And also outside the country, we have 2 campuses. One is in Dubai and another is in Malaysia. So we are known for education and healthcare. So we would like to have an off-campus in West Bengal, primarily because currently in Manipal, we have about 5% of the students of our total population are studying in Manipal, and also about 15% of the application comes from this region. So we would like to have the off-campus here. In the first phase, we would like to have the engineering and management, and in the second phase, we would like to have the allied health, nursing, and medical and dental colleges. Thank you very much. Thank you for the opportunity.
Thank you very much indeed. That's a very big step. I recall when I went to Malaysia many years ago, 40% of the doctors working said they were graduates of Manipal who had then come there to specialize. So what you said last, nursing and medical college, is what we will, I'm sure Honorable Chief Minister will look forward to. Thank you very much indeed.
So, lastly, we have Mr. Prateek Pota, CEO and whole-time director of Jubilant Foodworks Limited, who will be announcing setting up of a food processing plant.
Honorable Chief Minister, Honorable Ministers, Dr. Mitra, distinguished guests, it's a privilege to be here at the Bengal Investor Summit. A couple of words, if I may, about Jubilant Foodworks. Jubilant Foodworks is India's largest restaurant company. We have more than 1,500 restaurants and we employ more than 40,000 people. We are known better, however, by the brands that we serve: Domino's Pizza, Dunkin' Donuts, and some of the other brands like Popeyes, Hong's Kitchen, Ekdam Biryani. We have a long history in Bengal. In fact, the Jubilant Bhartiya group to which we belong has deep generational roots in Bengal. And our own presence in Bengal goes back more than 20 years. We have 100 restaurants. We employ more than 3,000 people. The Indian restaurant industry is poised for at an inflection point and for dramatic and discontinuous growth. As also in Bengal. And it is for that reason that we are investing in a state-of-the-art food processing plant in Bengal. Investment, there will be more than 100 crores. We generate an employment of more than 1,300 people. It will be enabled by the latest technology, by IoT, by artificial intelligence, with a focus on sustainability. Zero liquid discharge, completely captive solar power plant. It will manufacture and it will process dough balls, sauces, seasoning, biryani, momos, and other delicious things, which I'm sure you will partake of very soon. This plant will also allow us to grow rapidly in Bengal. We will more than double our Domino's Pizza footprint. we'll also add more brands, and that will generate an employment of more than 3,500 people. Before I finish, I must place on record our deep appreciation for the very warm and very professional help, ma'am, that we've got from everybody in the West Bengal government and administration. Dr. Dwivedi, Ms. Yadav, you have been absolutely professional and very, very welcoming, and we now know that Bengal truly does mean business. Thank you so much.
Wonderful. So, and this will be located in Noihati, I believe. In Noihati, near Kolkata, a large food processing plant indeed. Thank you very much indeed. Now we have two interesting things, after which, of course, we will go on to listen to the Honorable Chief Minister. Release of Compendium of Reform under Ease of Doing Business Initiative. Honorable Chief Minister will release the Ease of Doing Business Initiative Compendium, which are very useful for the business. Identification and elimination of 518 burdensome and redundant industry-related compliances, and development of more than 100 online services. Please give a big hand. This is a very big development indeed for the business. Ease of doing business. And real-time, Honorable Chief Minister, it will have real-time issue of licenses and registrations, auto-renewal of some licenses as well. Thank you very much indeed. Now, the last one, which is of great love of the Chief Minister and the state. The state has received 22 GIs, geographical indications, and there has not been a single book together. I am very delighted that WBIDC and FICCI together has brought this beautiful publication of the 22 geographical indication products, unique in India. And Director General of FICCI is also here. So you've collaborated with WBIDC. This is to your heart. Thank you very much. Arun Chawla, Director General. Thank you indeed. Thank you. Honorable Chief Minister is going through them because this is what she pushed for. When you came to office, I think there were just a few GIs. And today we have 22 geographical indication products. I would request all of you to consider taking a look at this. What is original in Bengal, accredited by the world bodies as geographical indication. 22 of them. By the way, that includes Rasagulla. I just saw Honorable Chief Minister going over there. You see how much it is to her heart. Wonderful. Now it is time for us, for what you've been waiting for, to hear the address of the Honorable Chief Minister.
Thank you, Amita. Thank you so much. Special thanks to Amita and my Chief Secretary, Industry Secretary, WBIDC, MSME, to all the principal secretaries and the other officers for their teamwork and the contribution. My gratitude to CII and FICCI for their fruitful contribution. Contribution to my industry friends, captain of the industries, the empowered groups, the ambassadors, the consulate, the foreign countries, the partner countries. Without them, it was not possible to organize this event at this moment. After the COVID pandemic, when I discussed the matter with Amit Mitra, Parthoda, and as Industry Minister, and my Chief Secretary, Mr. Dwivedi, regarding this BGBS conference, they all told me, how do we do it? It's a pandemic situation. Nobody will come from the parts of the world. Then I said, let us do it. Let us build up the confidence among the people. We salute to our COVID warriors who fought for the world, who fought for the country, who fought for the state. But please remember, it is not the disease. It is a mental pollution also. So there must be some mental peace also. Let us work hard. Let us see the free air. Let us move the green field. Then you will feel happy. And if you are inside always, you'll be depressed also. You have to mix up with the people. That is a world. That gives us a free air, free thinking. So let us start. So I said, no. We will invite all of them. But whoever may come, that will be enough for us. Because they love Bengal. Bengal is a destination. Bengal affectionate. Bengal affection. And their sweet rasgulla, Sitabhog, Mehidana, all the GI product attract them like anything. So please do that. Even we organized this program. My thanks to Governor also to inaugurate this. And also all the event management, administration, my police friends, full cooperation, my media friends, all. Without their strong efforts, it was not possible to organize like this. Now, can you see this? Where is COVID? We fought COVID. Sometimes the disaster may come. Disaster may come and go, but development cannot be stopped. The economy situation, how long you can sustain this? This pandemic, it will come and it will go. The disease cannot spread everything to stop our life and livelihood. It is most important. So let us take it very simply. If it comes, we will fight it out. And that's why this remarkable success came. Bengal have shown the way. Now everybody will start to organize this type of festivals. It is also festivals for the industry. It's a global industrial festival. Sometimes we do the religious festival, the other festivals, but why don't for industry? It is a festival for the industry. And without BGBS, we also sometimes, we meet the people, the industrialist friends also, they feel very happy. These 48 hours we stay together. We discuss together. We take food together. We meet together. So it's a happy experience that we cannot forget. Even before 2 years ago, we used to go to at least abroad some place to invite some people. All the business team, industry team, they are the captain of the industries. They are leading Bengal. We are not. So they used to go with me as friends. But now because of COVID, everything is stopped. But when we started, yes, we will visit the countries also soon. Last 2 days, I must say that it's a remarkable success came. This remarkable success came because of the commitment of our team, the coordination, and the cooperation. Thank you very much to my Chief Secretary and all my team and all my industrial empowerment group, all the secretarial committee, and all the embassy, to everybody for their full support. So many positive outcomes we have already received. Mr. Amit Mitra, sometimes he announced that what will be in Uttar Para, or what will be in Srirampur, or what will be in Noihati, or what will be in Haldia. There are so many projects. Even it is not that. Only we have to digest the food only in Kolkata. We have to distribute it in the district also. The district have the potentiality. Today my special thanks will go to my district chambers. They are not small. They are the main pillar of the MSME. They are the main pillar of the district development. They are the main pillar of the encouragement for the rural business and the local business. Thanks to all my district chambers, all my small groups, how you are working and your attraction, your continuous process, your lovable affection, attitude, it helps us a lot. So this conference, it is the fruitful conference because of this achievement. Now we have 6 subject-wise secretarial committee. This secretarial committee have industry captain as the co-chair. Secretarial committee will be continue to function throughout the year. Then we will be able to bring the people from outside, from inside also. And there should be continuous monitoring in this regard. Secretarial committee will meet once in a month so that they can solve if any problem comes. Secretarial committee will also suggest policy changes for their sector, for attracting more investments and creating more jobs in the state. The task force headed by Chief Secretary will assist and support the secretarial committee. Recommendations of the secretarial committee will be placed for discussions and consideration at the West Bengal Industrial Promotion Board. My deepest regards, the people of Bengal and people of India also, and the captain of industries also, entrepreneurs also, from all over the country have attended this summit for them. And also there are some people, they may not present here, but they are supporting our cause. I'm told that 4,300 participants from 42 countries, including over 500 international delegates, attended this BGBS conference. Success itself will speak from the attendance, the attention. We have seen 137 MOUs, 137 MOUs, and letter of intent signed during the summit, covering infrastructure, logistics, capacity building, etc. I am extremely happy to announce that we have received investment proposals within this BGABS submit within these 48 hours worth rupees 3,42,375 crores during BGBS 2022. May I repeat the number again? It is highest. We have received the investment proposals worth rupees 3,42,375 crore during BGBS 2022. Earlier, the 5 BGBS we have received about 12 lakhs, the investment proposals, so many it is in process, and the result is coming up. Can you tell me one thing? Somebody may say that when India is losing the job, 40%, they became unemployed, the working people, jobless. How Bengal eradicate the poverty? 40%. Bengal employed 40% more people. How is it possible? It is possible because our MSME sector, 136 crore people are working there. Please realize within these days, the Bantala leather industry to Pachla, there are so many industrial parks. Through these industrial parks, small scale industry, 521 cluster, 200 industrial parks, Silicon Valley too, different sector. The people have already started business. And that's why our growth is so impressive. And our job also created within these 10 years, even within few years. The MSME sector, people are working about 1.36 crore. Only Bantala leather industry, within 2 years, more than 10 lakhs people are employed. All the industries are coming from UP and other parts. That's why it is increasing. I'm happy that Microsoft is here. They are interested. Flipkart is here. They are interested. All the partner country, including Finland, do you know, they are the origin of the Nokia company. So all are there. And that's why we are creating more and more jobs. And within this investment, BGBS, only BGBS will create more than 40 lakhs jobs. Only this BGBS will create another 40 lakhs new jobs for the unemployed youth. I'm so happy because I thought that now industry is my destination. Agriculture, we are doing it regularly. For social security scheme, we covered out of 195% people. The widow pension, we give widow pension to the widows. We give scholarship to the students. Even minority scholarship, we are number 1 in the country. 100 days job, we are number 1 in the country. Rural road construction, we are number 1 in the country. Rural housing creation, we are number 1 in the country. Skill sector, we are number 1 in the country. MSME, we are number 1 in the country. It is not a joke that our Bengal have got GI 22 products. Again, we will try for other which is left out. We will do it. And now my Deucha and Pachami is coming. Second largest coal mines in Bengal. Now, Jungle Sundari, that dedicated freight corridor is coming. 72,000 crores will invest there. Now, Ondal Airport, maybe tomorrow, the international airport. My Bagdogra airport will be also international airport. That also we gave land and everything. Even our regional airport is coming to Malda, Balurghat, Kuch Bihar and Purulia also. We have already set up our 26 helicopters, the landing station. Like this, home tourism, it's a unique program, I am telling you. Home tourism, stay with the local people, take food with the local people, talk with the local people. You must know the creativity. Creativity is the third eye of our vision. Without creativity, we cannot sustain. So that vision means your action. Vision means your mission. That mission is successful only if we have the good team. Without the good team, we cannot be successful. So I believe trust, technology, and teamwork. Let us restore the confidence among the people so that business may grow. And we must connect our relation from Bengal to all over the world. বিশ্বকবি রবীন্দ্রনাথ ঠাকুর বলেছিলেন, বিশ্ব সাথে যোগে যেথায় বিহারও, সেইখানে যোগ তোমার সাথে আমারও। আমাদের কন্ট্যাক্ট, we must build up our contact with all the countries. We don't want to bulldoze. We want to respond. We want to respond. And we don't divide the people, we unite the people. Unity is our main strength. Culturally, you will be very sound if you are united. But if you are not united, divided, it will fall. The united family is a big family, and it's a successful family, what I feel with my own thinking. Now we have to see improve in investment tourism sector. Also gas pipeline is coming, petroleum products is coming, resources. For the resources, how to build up again more and more, we have constituted a task force under the Chief Secretary. Ensure quick and smooth implementation of projects. Same objective of speedy implementation. Tremendous emphasis, ease of doing business. I request the industrial friends who are the member of the Empower Committee, now they must take lead for ease of doing business. Under the leadership of Chief Secretary, there must be a task force where you have to see day to day, because ease of doing business, it depends on day-to-day work also. How we can go very smoothly. Now creation and inauguration of the ease of doing business dashboard, in addition to the existing portals and apps. This will enable the government to actively monitor the status of approvals and make necessary interventions whenever they are necessary. And I will request the Chief Secretary and others, my captain of the industries, who are in the empowerment group or the secretarial group, please take more care to set up some export hub in West Bengal, more export hub from North Bengal to South Bengal. Because we have the hills, so many productions that we can export. Even we have the forest, deep forest, for tourism purpose we can use, culture purpose we can use. Even we have the deep sea. Our deep sea port is also coming. ONGC have got gas, so that is also, it is coming. The cell is also, yesterday I discussed that is also in Raniganj. Even coal methane to sell, everywhere it is coming in a new way. So what Bengal will do in next 10 years, nobody can catch Bengal, because we have to catch up the investment and the industrial growth, because Yes, we can. Only the intention must be very strong. WBIDC is to be very effective and very active. Industry department, land department, power department, tourism department, finance department, and especially I must tell you that if we work hard, then every hustle will go away. So let us do that job, and you will succeed. And you will succeed. Next, of course, you are thinking that regarding stability, yes, Bengal have the stability. Bengal is safe and sound. Bengal is a gateway. Again, I am repeating, I have said yesterday, of Southeast Asia, Northeastern India, Eastern India, and Bengal, we have the infrastructure. What can help the other way also, the world community also, world caste, creed, religious, all together also. We have international facility, global facilities exhibition center now, convention center now. For staying, we have so many hotels. We have so many, and our culture is also very high. Next Friday, I am doing the International Film Festival. Next Monday, though so many people said it cannot be held, I said yes, it can be held. So Monday, my next festival will be inaugurated. And I request my foreign friends also, please come and see sometimes the Durga Puja festivals. How only one festival gave us about more than 36,000 crores, the income generation. Millions of people, crores of billions of people are engaged with these activities. So please visit. We have already received UNESCO Heritage Award. Bengal have received United Nations first public award for Konyasi scheme. Next we will go for next door, at the doorsteps of the public, we distribute the free food, free of cost. Our health is free of cost. Our education is mostly free of cost. Our standard of education is also very high. We have so many universities we have already set up. So many medical colleges we have set up. 43 multi-super hospital we have set up. Our some hospital have got world best hospital status. Our culture is very high, from sports to culture. Everywhere we are, our existence is there. So may I request you, please keep in touch with us every time. Unity in diversity is our origin, and we can assure you all sort of help. And that pride always remain. We always have kept faith in the concept of shared growth and prosperity to all. So please have your thoughts for Bengal, have your faith for Bengal, and also you invest more and more in Bengal, and Bengal will give you the result. And if you invest the opportunity for Bengal, please see, it will be the #1 investment growth center for coming for the world also, for the world community also. What you cannot see, the heritage, the culture, high cultural heritage, education, culture, unity, in diversity, Bengal is there in everywhere. So please do come again. Thank you for your coming over here from different parts of the world. You have taken too much trouble, but you came here, you participate. Your participation, your partner countries and the other countries, thank you very, very much. From Bengal people, I can tell you, apnara bhalo thakben, it is our local language. Wish you all the best, and we convey our best regards to all the people from the country, all over the country. my all brothers and sisters from the world. Always service, we believe the service with smile. Our next BGBS, do we want within a year or within 2? We want to do it within a year. So our next BGBS date is 1st, 2nd and 3rd February. Please get ready from now. And responsibility lies with the Secretarial Committee and the CII FICCI, how it can grow more and more. With these words, I convey my heartiest gratitude to each one of you. My heartiest thanks to each of you. Your presence touches my heart. I cannot forget how your presence gave us the inspiration, the encouragement, the affection. Please take care about your health also. Take care about your family also. Take care about your country also. And take care about the humanity, about the peace, about the women empowerment, and of course, take care for the peaceful world. With these words, I thank you very, very much for coming over here. Jai Hind, Vande Mataram, Jai Bangla. Thank you so much.
Thank you very much, friends. Please stand up for the national anthem, please, as Honorable Chief Minister reaches her seat. Huh? No, you slowly come. No hurry, they will wait. The national anthem, please. The valedictory session comes to an end, ladies and gentlemen. Now, as announced by Honorable Chief Minister, we will see you again at the next BGBS. Right, Honorable Chief Minister? Yes. Absolutely. Thank you very much. Go ahead and have lunch and whatever else you have to do. Thank you.